about 33
steps. Mm-hmm. They're they're precipitated. We take silica, which is silicon dioxide, which is the same material ordinary sand is made from, and we dissolve it, and then through a series of steps, it is precipitated. We create, we cause it to come out of being in solution into a non-soluble state, and in the process of doing that, we do it in a certain way so as to cause it to come out in a spherical form, in the form of a perfect sphere, but very, very small, 50 angstroms in diameter. And I can't really reveal the series of steps, but the vortex is one of the steps, and it's very close to the end of the step because a perfect vortex, in a perfect vortex, water molecules slide past each other at different speeds in a vortex. Like this layer is going slower, this layer is going a little faster. As you go toward the center, they go faster and faster and faster. And so there are actual layers. They're like sheets of paper, okay, sliding past each other. And in between the water molecules is where the small balls are made. And so the thickness between the water molecules is what determines the size of the balls. In other words, if it was a gross vortex, they would be very large balls. Mm-hmm. But the finer the vortex, the finer the energy, the finer the sliding on a molecular basis. It's a form of nanotechnology. And so I'm able to precipitate them and form them. And as the sheets are rolling past, it actually rolls them into this ball form. And it's something that I know all kinds of people are trying to duplicate it, and but it's one of those things, that I've been given, and so that's basically how it's made. Beyond that, I can't tell you. Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us a bit about geometry?
About which? Oh, sacred geometry. Yeah. The entire universe is sacred geometry. If you look at the largest galaxies in size, dimension, and in structure, all the way down to the smallest particles known to science, they all follow certain mathematical laws, and the mathematical law that comes out of all of those is there are several mathematical constants that come out of the physical universe, but the one which is most common is the golden ratio, which is also generated by the Fibonacci number sequence. And I have discovered, because the golden ratio is the only number of perfect harmony, that everything that I do when I build like the vortex chamber, or when I work on various aspects of the things I do, I always use the golden ratio, and find that in the harmony of the golden ratio, I can create things that no one else can make. For example, electromagnetically, by creating electromagnetic fields that are related to each other in the golden ratio, I can create things, chemical reactions that are not possible any other time. So I use it throughout my work, and beyond that, the beauty of the golden ratio, of course, can be seen in every living thing, in the human body, in the trees, in almost in every living thing you find the golden ratio. and it's abundant. And I suggest that if anyone would like to see that there are plenty of internet sites now. You just look up the golden ratio, and you'll find it all, and not all of it. Yeah, it'll get you started.
Okay.
Okay.
So you didn't create a molecule from scratch, and it had to be whole sacred geometry. But if you create a process using the perfect
It generates
conditions,
sacred
it
geometry.
generates. So it's
Yeah.
not the basis, but it's the last.
The end result.
The end result.
And actually,
Sounds fine.
yeah, molecules want to go into sacred geometry. They want to go into
So if they had a choice, they would switch to sacred geometry.
Yeah, if you give them a right nudge, the right
Which we
direction.
did.
Right.
The crystal energy is version canceling. Erases bad information.
Yes, it does.
On the other hand, you say it's a benefit if you bring homeopathical remedy. So would you say it acts kind of an intelligence because it erases bad information but stores positive information?
Well, first of all water has information in it. And if you're going to make a homeopathic remedy, you want to be able to cleanse the water of the information that's already in it. And see, I have my own way of making homeopathic remedies, which is beyond. I use the Fibonacci ratio.
You don't shake them.
No, well, no, I
In a
could
way.
shake them, but I use the homeopathic ratio. They use this linear thing of 1/10 to 1/10 to 1/10 to 1/10. I would go 0.618 to 0.618 to 0.618 to 0.618 because you get a whole different thing there. What we have found is that the crystal energy in reducing the surface tension of the water enables the water to transmit whatever influence you give to it deeper into the body. Like if you take pure water and you mix some crystal energy in it, and then you do a homeopathic reduction, you're transmitting only into that water. You first are erasing whatever random influences or whatever other influences were in the water in the form of very large molecules, large molecular structures in the smaller individual water structures, which then are able to align themselves more accurately to the homeopathic. There's electromagnetic information, and then there's physical structural information. And in homeopathic remedies, we're talking about a physical structure of the molecule itself, and the water molecules are aligning to that structure. And so a lot of the bad influences in water aren't from chemical structures, but from electromagnetic structures, where the molecules are attached to the water molecules are attached to each other in structures that you don't want. So you break them down into the pure, smallest molecular structure you can get in water. And then when you put the homeopathic remedy in there, then the water molecules can align themselves with that remedy. And so that's my theory about what is going on. So it's possible. I mean, many homeopathic remedies are made from poisons. Okay, and the fact is that those poisonous vibrations are in the water. And they are poisonous vibrations, but you dilute them down further and further and further until it's extremely dilute, but it's still a poison, and so you want the structure of that poison. I mean, that's why they take poisons and they make homeopathic remedies from them. So there's no such thing as good or bad. I mean, really.